tales about him all my life. Most just called him the Crooked Man.
Oh, welcome back to the VHS Vault. I'm one of your hosts, VHS Jason. Next to me is Jason Roy Gaston, and we are continuing tonight in our Hellboy retrospective series. And tonight, we can officially say now, Jason, we have seen Hellboy, the Crooked Man. If you've been watching previously, we hadn't seen the film, either of us. And now we've got an opportunity to see it. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And Jace, I'll put it out there up front. I didn't hate this. I think there's some good ideas here, but it is ultimately quite messy and cheap. but there are some ideas here in this film that I kind of liked. I just put that flag in the ground. What was your immediate impression of the film?
I mean, I applaud it for trying to do something different with Hellboy because something different was desperately needed. But I believe that Hellboy the Crooked Man is a cheesy, cheap 80s horror movie that Hellboy just happens to be present for. I think that if you'd taken Hellboy and taken him out of that movie, it would have actually been a lot more interesting. Just the whole story about the witches and the Crooked Man demon and everything. I will say, though, I did not have any objections to Jack Kelsey. Oh my gosh, I just had his name
Kesey.
here. Yeah,
Kesey,
Jack Kesey. I did not have any objections to Jack Kesey. I thought he did a really good turn as Hellboy. He honored the character and at the same time did his own thing with it.
Yeah, I mean, I would say did not have the charisma of the other good old Ron Perlman. But
he did not have the charisma of
he
Ron
plays it a
Perlman,
bit straight, but yeah,
he also did not have the handicaps and through no fault of his own that David Harbour had, because the makeup, despite the fact that this film was cheap as heck, I mean, it cut corners everywhere. It didn't cut corners with the Hellboy makeup.
No, the Hellboy makeup stood
good.
up. Maybe some of the other makeup effects can be questioned, but Hellboy certainly looked great. I thought that, and you clearly see it's a reaction to what they picked up on with the horrible makeup they did with David Harbour. And the smart thing was just to give him normal eyes. I thought that helped a lot with him in this. And yeah, to keep most of his facial features. But yeah, very competent. In fact, all the way through, yes, it's a very low budget too, but some really good performances. I also want to point out Jefferson White, who plays the hero. Now, I knew that kid from watching Yellowstone. He ended up being one of the stars of that series. Now, the Kevin Costner series that went for 5 years and was excellent in it. So it was a bit of a surprise to see him in this film, but he held his own. So the acting was really good. Some of the makeups I like the concept of putting Hellboy, into these different kind of horror elements. Like, I think potentially there, I would be quite happy with a sequel straight off the bat with the same character, but a completely different idea of what horror is. This is very standalone. The idea was the Appalachia kind of, myths and horror, and that I love the setting, and I liked him kind of almost immediately being thrown into that story. The problem is it just runs out of plot so quickly, so everything by the time you get halfway through just becomes convoluted and tiresome and repetitive. But gee, I've seen films in the Appalachians before, but the idea of putting Hellboy in there, I thought, well, that's kind of a fun idea. So I gave a bit of a pass for that. And, at the end of the day, let's also remember Mike Mignola is one of the writers of this film.
Yes, but then again, he also didn't like Hellboy too, so what does he know? It's not like he created this character or anything.
Stephen King is one of those people. He doesn't always like the stuff that gets made of his films, and sometimes it's better. It's just the reality.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that the worst thing that this movie does is just be completely forgettable. Because a lot of this film, mostly due to its anorexic budget, because I think it was budgeted only at about $20 million.
It was.
and it was just spent a lot of time spinning its wheels with characters just talking. And even with that, it was still the shortest Hellboy movie.
Yeah.
I
Could have been shorter.
I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. I just found it dull and repetitive. But
you know what I wish?
I will say, whenever it was on, whenever it was cooking, it cooked well, because a lot of the drawing the cross on the shovel, for example, I thought that was really inventive, and
Very inventive.
Some of the even though the budget made it look kind of cartoonish, I thought that the train crash was handled pretty well. The fact
and the whole
that's what got
spider
them there.
sequence was fun.
Yeah.
It was a good opening. It was a good
And
opening.
there was some genuinely creepy stuff, like the bit with the raccoon. I thought was super duper creepy.
Yeah, that was cool.
I really enjoyed the witch. I thought the crooked man was pretty neat looking, but it just seemed like it was like, oh, cool, it's a good idea, and it's starting to get dull. Yeah. Oh, it's another good idea, and it's already dull.
It falls into that trap of a lot of those films, especially in the 80s, when you have that kind of demon trying to get in. It gets stuck in that old plot device where somehow the demon can't cross the threshold. So you've got to stick with this plot line for 20 minutes of him talking to his henchmen, him yelling out there, but he can't get past that point, and it's just like it's very predictable in that sense.
Yes.
It should work for the film, but it doesn't.
It doesn't work at all. I'm looking at our recording time. We've only been recording this for 6.5 minutes, and I'm just sitting here thinking, what the heck else can I say about this film? Because it is a non-entity of a movie. It's not good enough to be interesting. It's not bad enough to be ironically fun. It is a movie that exists.
You know what it is?
It's
episode
I wish it would have been worse. I wish it would have been worse.
It's episode 1 of a Hellboy TV series. That's what this film is.
Yeah,
that's what it should have been.
I wouldn't hate that. I wouldn't hate it.
No, and you have Hellboy. That's my pitch. Actually, take these characters, do a spin-off series. Even though this film made for 20 million, only made 2 million at the box office. So
because they like dumped it on streaming. I wonder how much it made off streaming though.
I don't have those figures.
Yeah.
Either way, like I think you take these characters, you put them in a horror anthology series where it's centered around just Hellboy happens to be in it. Because that was one of the things that you said in your chat was, hey, it's a film that Hellboy happens to be in. And I actually don't mind that concept, that it's not really built around him. He is you could almost call the series, what is it? The BPRD. Call the series that, and Hellboy's just one of the characters in it.
Yeah, you know what? You could have an episode where Abe Sapien is just like hanging out at the beach, and all of a sudden, like sandcastles are eating people, or
he's on his own mission.
Have Klaus, the gassy guy, he eating bratwurst. I don't know how he eats.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he just holds it in the clock. This is quite greasy. But yeah, I think that would be it's kind of funny because we were talking about how you could put a Predator in any genre and it would work. And you know what? Same concept. It's a samurai film, but then a Predator shows up. It's a samurai film, but then Hellboy shows up.
Hellboy just happens there.
Yeah, anybody got a cigar?
Well, I think one of the things this film also reminded me of too, because this is a little bit less Hellboy in this film.
Mm-hmm.
It's not completely driven by him.
He's not the main character. He is not the main character, no.
And that's not horrible either. It's just, the problem is they didn't have a script. They had just a mess. Like, they could have tied this film up so much more quickly. And like you said, it never actually goes where it really should go. It holds itself back, But I did like the witches. I like the fact that we had the old, ugly, grotesque witches, and they were appropriately grotesque, so that's wonderful. Yes. To even the seductress young witch, who was hot, but in a real crazy, morning after, she's kind of stabbing you while you're waking up kind of deal.
The hot ones are usually like that.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't notice the crazy till the next day. Just like, oh my God.
But
Okay,
ideally,
this is a bit of a this is a bit of a spoiler. So if you actually want to watch this movie,
yeah.
put your fingers in your ears and go la la la, because I'm about to give away the ending. Um, I was really bothered by the ending whenever they just leave the witch as the horse and just write on the side of the horse, "Beware, this is a witch."
It felt very out of place, didn't it?
It almost felt like
Yeah.
it was supposed to be funny, but I'm just sitting there watching that going, that's very problematic because that's going to wash off the next time it rains.
Well, you know what I felt? The only thing missing from that moment was the laughing bumper music. Da 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 da. That's the only thing missing from that moment. Yeah, it totally.
Hellboy was filmed in front of a live studio audience. Da, 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 da,
You know what I feel like? That's a Mike Mignola idea.
Yeah,
That's the creator idea. He wanted to put that in there, and Brian Taylor, the director, went, okay, I'll always put it in there. But it's odd.
I could just see how the sequel opens up. It's this little girl bringing in this pony with the ring. Look, mommy, I found a pony out in the woods. It says we need to throw out all the sage in the house, and it says I need to draw this pretty star on the ground and say something backwards. Ain't that cute?
Hey, how cool was the moment with the witch when she's describing all the ingredients, and they actually show all the ingredients?
Oh,
it was a little montage of her doing the recipe, but I'm like, I tell you what, I've never seen that before. I've seen plenty of films when they talk about the gross things they add into a witch's pot, but we actually get to see the livers and the all the gross, disgusting dead animals. Well, the nice touch.
There are moments in this movie, especially the opening and closing sequence, that almost made it feel like an A24 movie. And that made me think,
hard cut the title.
Yeah, that actually made me think, wow, you know what? A24 would do great things with a Hellboy movie. But do you want to know? You want to know who would do better things with a Hellboy movie?
Huh.
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, you would.
Give them Hellboy 3, even if they have to animate it. Even if Ron Perlman's hips are giving them issues, animate it. Do something. Have a stunt double. I don't care. Just get it done.
Just get it done. I think we all kind of want that, you know. Yes. We all kind of want that.
I know that the health of some of the actors are not great right now. I know many of them are dealing with things. Yeah. But give us an animated sequel. It's fine. I'll take it. It's not going to cost that much. Yeah. Do it. You guys have already done You guys have already done Ron Perlman animated. Do it anyway. Why didn't we do that on our retrospective?
I'll take your animation, but I'll up it one. Make it stop motion animation. Loves that. And then he can do his visual style. Oh, man, please. That would be amazing, right? I think that would be the absolute.
I need a cigarette.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm just kidding. I don't smoke, and neither should you.
No.
Smoking
let me ask
bad.
you this question. Yeah. We know that, to me, I don't know about you, but Hellboy 1 and 2 are kind of par as just phenomenal. Love them both equally, I think, for different reasons. But I love them equally.
Hellboy 2, Hellboy 1.
Yeah,
they're like right here. I think 2 is better than 1, but they're both excellent movies.
Excellent movies, so let's put them aside. All right, you're in a situation where the only 2 Hellboy movies you have access to is Hellboy 2019 and Hellboy the Crooked Man. You can only watch one. Which one are you putting on?
Well, if the first 2 Hellboy movies never existed,
yep, can only choose between these 2 films to watch.
God, that's like, would you rather have?
Well,
would you rather have testicular or rectal cancer? I
think it helps define which is the better movie, because I struggled with that idea afterwards myself.
It's hard to say, because despite the fact that both of them are Hellboy 1 and 2 up here and these 2 are down here, they do have certain strengths. Like, I think the David Harbour Hellboy has strengths that the Jack Kesey movie doesn't have. But then again, the Crooked Man has strengths that the David Harbour Hellboy doesn't have. Honestly, I think... boy, I can't answer this question. I really can't.
One,
it's
it?
like
I
trying
can't
to
answer it either.
yeah.
I can't answer.
Hey,
Well,
would you rather
sometimes I
have a
think-
fillet of fish or a chicken sandwich at McDonald's? Both of them are terrible, but like, which one are you craving at this particular juncture?
I think, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I think there are some great visual elements in 2019 which might push it over the edge. But at the same time, the horror elements in this one's really good too. Some of this is really... So I don't know. At this point. So flip of a coin.
I think I would have to lean towards the David Harbour movie simply because
you don't want us to watch any scenes he's in. That's the problem.
Yeah,
for me, I don't want to look at him.
The David Harbour movie, I think, despite the fact it has multiple flaws, and I actually loathe the movie, it does have actors with charisma in it, and I feel that is something that The Crooked Man is missing. Aside from maybe the priest, but I almost felt like he was overacting at times.
Yeah.
And whoever played the Crooked Man, I thought did a really good job. And of course the witches. All the witches were great. But yeah, the cast of the David Harbour Hellboy
cast.
It is a stronger cast, and therefore I guess that's what I would go for is that one. And I know it's like, how could you choose that one? Well, you
don't win either way in this scenario, Jace. Here you go. You don't win either way. It was a terrible question to ask. Let's be honest with you, but
it was. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Torture right then. That was
ashamed
cool.
of yourself.
All right. Well, we could say.
Would you rather be kicked in the crotch or kicked in the throat?
Well, we can say for now the Hellboy franchise.
Which child would you like to see murdered in front of you? Let me think. You didn't take out the trash like I asked you to, and you roll your eyes when I say anything.
Yeah. Well, it's on pause now. I'm not going to say the franchise is over. It's on pause. We have nothing new, so we'll push pause in our retrospective series now, Jason. When we move on from another VHS Vault retrospective series, and we now move forward to the great unknown, which is not accurate because we kind of know where we're going. And where we're going, Jace?
We are going back to the future.
Oh, I hear this gets mixed reviews.
I've never heard of these films. I think that they have like Kirk Cameron's in it, if I'm not mistaken, or Ralph Macchio or somebody like that.
Someone told me it's about incest, so this is kind of weird.
Which I'm from the American South, so I'm just like, I'm interested. I'm just kidding. I'm not interested. Although it does have incest.
We've never really actually. I can be really honest with you. We've never actually had a conversation about it, even though we've booked it in. We've never sat down and talked about our feelings and our perspective on it. So that's why it's going to be a great retrospective series, isn't it? Because what we will give Jason is our unique, distorted, slightly insane perspective on it.
And you know what we need to do?
Mm-hmm.
Because I realized that just now we left a Hellboy movie out. We left out Hellboy Sword of Storms, the animated Hellboy movie starring Ron Perlman as Hellboy.
I've never heard of this. Are you kidding me?
So we're gonna have to squeeze this one in somehow. Yeah, Ron Perlman as Hellboy, Doug Jones as Abe, Selma Blair as Liz.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, I'd never heard of that, and I'm glad you've caught it because people would have been screaming at us right now. Well, okay, things are going to have to get delayed. We're going to have a crisis meeting after this, and the retrospective series isn't done. So what we'll do what's next week? Back to the Future?
Back to the Future. So
then it'll be the Hellboy movie afterwards. We'll just have to move everything.
Huh.
What was the movie? What was going to be?
It was going to be Megaforce. You know what? Let's just do a double feature. We can do
a double feature.
We can do whatever we want. We grown damn men. We can do whatever we want. This was at a time whenever every major release was accompanied by a direct-to-video animated feature. They did one for Pitch Black. I'm sorry, not Pitch Black, with the Chronicles of Riddick.
Yes, I do remember that one.
They did it with the Matrix, not Resurrect. It was the second one, The Matrix Reloaded, which was excellent, by the way. The Animatrix was great.
Yeah,
and then
I
there
like
was this
most of those segments.
I've never seen I've never seen this one, so yeah.
No,
And it's a movie. It's like an
Yeah.
hour and 20 minutes long, so it is a movie.
Wow, this is crazy. Well, there you go, guys. We're throwing in a bonus double episode of. It's a really strange double episode too. Oh, so someone who, yeah, to go from Hellboy to Megaforce, who knows? But either way, we're going to do the animated movie because I've never seen it. Now I absolutely want to see it. Do you think it was made around the same time? When was it made? Was it?
It was made in
Hellboy
2006.
Wow, that's like just before. Like Hellboy 2 was 2008. So
yeah, so it was between Hellboy and Hellboy 2.
Oh, fantastic! Great, can't wait. That's exciting.
Yeah, so I'm not even sure where you'd find it. We're gonna have to go on a scavenger hunt.
Yeah, next time when we look this stuff up, we'll actually
we'll
go to Wikipedia and see how many films there really are. Is that like, what did I hear? Like, if we did the Police Academy series, there's a couple of animated. There's an animated movie based on the cartoons. You'd have to.
Was there an animated movie?
I believe so.
I know that there was a TV show because I remember turning it on. I remember turning it on a weekday afternoon whenever I was a kid, just thinking, "What the heck is this?" Because the only thing I remember is, I can't remember his name. Michael Winslow's character. Yeah, he's got his head out the window going. Yeah, and it's nowhere near as funny as what is with these cats lately? Oh my gosh! I want up in your lap, Daddy. Bow.
Hey, look, I would stand by the Police Academy series in the sense that I enjoyed the heck out of the first 4 as a kid. They were made for 10-year-olds and 11, 12-year-old boys, those films. They were. And I was right in that age group. So I loved them all. I know it was stupid comedy in many ways, but I've found them very entertaining.
I don't hate them. It's been forever since I've seen them.
No.
I'm bleeding.
You are bleeding. You were attacked.
I'm bleeding. You little butt munch.
Yeah. That's not cool.
Everybody's just like, every time she's in one of my videos, everybody's like, oh, Damona's such a sweet baby. No, she's not. She is a demon.
She drew blood.
Yeah, she drew blood. Look at that.
You've had so many. You've had cats defecate on you. You've had cats attack you. What else have we had cats do? Knock shit over.
Yeah, they knock my lights over while I'm doing this. But you know what? They're still precious babies who can do no wrong. I probably just deserve this.
No, well, here's the problem now. They can smell it. You're going to give them a taste for blood.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
We may have to get you, taken to the hospital now. We'll end the show. But before we ring the ambulance, Jace, can you tell the guys how they can stay part of this violent show called the VHS Vault?
I wonder if I'm going to become a werecat now. That'd be awesome. Be like Daniel Day Kim in Hellboy. Whatever that was. No,
you'll be like those cats from that movie, Cats with No Buttholes. That's what you'll be like.
Oh, no, I would have one. I would have one. Sorry, I'm all for anatomical accuracy. Mommy, what's that under his tail? Don't look, baby, don't look.
The weirdest thing ever.
Memories all along in the moonlight. Oh, I won't do that. I would have to play. I'd have to play.
Yeah, everyone at the time was just looking at the screen, looking at the different cats to see if any of them had buttholes. No one cared about memories, all right? And it's a great show. If you ever saw it on stage, and of course you saw it, you never saw Andrew Lloyd Webber's cats on stage at a theater.
No, never seen it. Never seen it.
It was fantastic.
I'm sure it was. And you know what? I had a good time watching the movie. But not for the reasons why they said, well, not for the reasons they wanted me to. I was just watching this going, why is Jason Derulo the only one who looks like he's having a good time?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is up there on that moon singing kind of.
It's the fact they had James Corden and they missed the opportunity to have some rabid dogs rip into pieces.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
No.
Anyway,
we'll have to do that movie one of these days.
Get us out of here, Jace. Come on.
All right. Become a Patreon. Go visit the YouTube video description below and see how you can do that. Or you can become a YouTube channel member. Either way, you get this stuff early. Whenever a cat finally decides to kill me on camera, you will know first. Well, after him. After him, you'll know first.
Violence.
Right. Yes, lots of violins. But yes, that's what we're
blood on you now, so we got to get you out of here.
Look, hold on. I'm on. There we go. I was going to say, look, I'm on Killer of Killers now.
I was going to say, you
This
now a
blood
Norse
marks you.
warrior.
Yeah, this blood marks you, my son. Do not avenge me. The
All
cat
right,
is
we're out of
scary.
here,
Don't
guys.
avenge me.
Let's get out of this. Let's go. Let's leave. Goodbye, people.